What's going on, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out a band called Niviane, and the name of this song is Tomorrow's a New Day. This band, they actually have a new album coming out March 7th. I think it's called Queen of Phantoms or something like that. But yeah, March 7th, the new album. This is their new single here. So without further ado, let's just give it a listen, see what we got, shall we? Rangers, go. So interesting song here. It's not bad. I certainly have some, critiques, if you will. But first and foremost, I like the overall sound of the song. It's got that nice kind of heavy metal, power metal sort of vibe, which I dig. And the whole intro, like the instrumental intro and all that stuff before the vocals even begin was really cool. It was quite extended, but it was solid. It was kind of evolving as it went, and it had some nice sounds in there. And I really like the guitar work in this song, kind of like the main riffs I was really digging. The solo I was really digging. The other just kind of guitar melodies sprinkled throughout I was really digging. So I really, really like the guitar work a lot. I think the guitar provides a very, very solid foundation for the song and for what a song could be, or what this song could be, honestly. And, I'll get more into that, but I really, really liked the guitar work. I thought it was super solid. And another thing that I really, really enjoyed was the bass work. You could really hear the bass throughout most of the song, just thumping along. It had a really good sound to it. It went along with the guitars like really well, and just the overall vibe. And so I always really love when you can hear the bass nicely, and it's just doing some cool stuff and providing that nice kind of oomph. So yeah, I mean the guitars and the bass were my favorite aspects of this song. But the drum work was solid too. I thought they did a really good job as well. One thing that kind of perplexed me a little bit is in the video, like when you see the band, like the live band going. Towards the end, I may have missed it if it was earlier in the song, but it was a little bit later in the song. All of a sudden, I see a keyboardist. He's there with like a guitar, and I was like, "Wait, what? There's a keyboardist in this song. There's keyboard here." And so then at that point on, I was really, really listening, because now that I saw someone with the keyboard, I was like, "Wait, maybe I just missed it before." So I was really, really listening, and I did not hear any keyboard. Once I saw him and I was really focused, I didn't hear any keyboard at all. So I really would have liked to have heard the keyboard. I wouldn't have thought otherwise if I didn't see a keyboardist. But once I saw him, I was like, well, I want to hear the keyboard then, if he's there. But I didn't hear any. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. So yeah, being that apparently there's a keyboard in this song, I want to hear it. So yeah, I would like to hear that in the mix, if it's there. So yeah, and then the vocals, I like his voice. He's got a nice kind of heavy metal kind of voice. A nice kind of, not aggression, but like, he's got a strong voice. You can hear it. But this song doesn't give him too terribly much to do with his voice. Like you don't hear like a whole lot of range happening in his voice, or even just a whole lot of movement to his voice. There's a little bit in there, but it's like I kind of wanted to hear more, from his voice than the song allowed. But I like what I hear with his voice. I just want to hear what he's fully capable of. So yeah, I mean, I like the vocals as well. The biggest thing with this song that I think really kind of holds it back is it's one of those songs where it feels like it doesn't really go anywhere. It feels like it's one constant kind of like build up into nothing. And I think that hurts the song in several ways. One is just that it feels a little bit repetitive, because it feels like it just doesn't go anywhere. So you get a little bit of that repetitious sort of feel when listening to the song. You also, it makes the song feel really long. And I know it's like a 6 minute long song or so, which isn't too terribly long. Um, but because of the nature of that, where again it just feels like it's one constant build up and just doesn't really go anywhere the whole time, it just you get kind of worn out by the end, and your attention kind of checks out. At least mine did, you know. And so I was still listening, and as it was going, I was like, this is just kind of more of the same. There really wasn't a whole lot of evolution in the song or anything, so it just feels relatively, static. So as it keeps going, it just makes it feel really long, instead of it constantly keeping your focus and attention for those 6 minutes. You're kind of just left like, okay, it's still kind of going, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of good stuff in here in this song. Like I said, musically, the instrumentals and stuff, and again, I do like his voice, and there's nothing wrong like with any of the elements. It's just that combination of elements in the song. Again, it just doesn't go anywhere. So you like have the verses, which again, there's nothing wrong with the verses. I do feel like the song does take quite a while before you even get to the first chorus, because you have that extended kind of instrumental intro before the verses even begin. And then you get the verses, and the verses are quite long. So you have all the verses and stuff, and then it seems kind of like you have like the pre-chorus that kind of builds up, and then it starts like the second verse again before you even get the chorus. So I was waiting for this chorus, and so you get the whole second verse again, which it's quite a long verse, and it builds up and then into the chorus, but the chorus stays relatively in the same vibe and level as like the verses and stuff. And so that really kind of that really just contributes to that, just it feeling like the song's not going anywhere. I really think the chorus should have been stronger, to really make an impact there, especially with how long it takes to even get to it to begin with. It really, really needs to separate itself from the verses and whatnot. Whereas it just kind of falls within the same sort of realm as the verses and the pre-chorus, and just doesn't give you that impact or that oomph or change the dynamic of the song enough. So it just keeps the song just very much confined within like this very small range here. And I think that is what really contributes to that just kind of fatigue while listening to it, because there's just no dynamic changes happening at all throughout the song. It's just very, very, again, confined. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with this song that just really holds it back, because the talent's there, the sound is there. I like the sound of the song and everything. It's just the structure, I think, really needs to be shifted around a little bit, and really, really, bring a chorus that changes up the song, changes up the feel of the song and the dynamic. Really, really kind of make an impact, to separate itself from the rest, so that it feels like there's things happening and it's not just all kind of going nowhere or building up to nothing. So that's my thoughts. Again, I like the sound of this band, so I'm definitely gonna check out the album March 7th, see what else they got, as far as songs on there. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts here on this song. I'm very curious. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song? Again, I think there's a lot of potential here with these folks. But let me know y'all's thoughts. Are you going to check out the album March 7th? Let's talk about it. And I'll catch y'all next time. Ranger, out.